and all that was left were the scraps that MOUZ left on the table. And this is not a team you want to be facing right now in the form they're in. A Cologne Grand Final, a run in Austin, finally beating their final foe in Vitality as well. MOUZ are in a great position right now, so poor OG have to bear the brunt of that. 60 grand on MOUZ's head if OG are up for the task with a new roster and a lot to prove. But we saw this at core, at least, surprise and impress back at the major. Maybe they have more to show online. Oh dear. Panic.
Brolin can't contain. Jimmy getting run at. Jimmy holds on. A bit of help from Torshi in this fight. And they're going to try and re-clear ramp. They give one to Adam B. And hold on a second. Adam's going to try and just slink on out of there.
He's free. Cheeky flank. Kristen not going for the kill, going for the control. Climb up into heaven. Torshi clearing this, but just missing this timing. They both do. No one has any idea. Bomb plant coming in. Kristen set up to win the round right now. Torshi reroutes, avoids danger. They need this backside kill quick to open up the 1v1 into heaven. Spinks clearing lobby. It should start to appear, piece together here for MOUZ where these positions are. Backside in heaven. The likely destination of OG, and even with that kill, you've got to cover this full stick. You've got to hit the headshot, and Spinks will do exactly that. Nice shot. The crowd goes wild, presumably. Oh, of course it's going to be delayed because it is online. So we won't see live reactions here. We hear Pimp in the MOUZ HQ. Hi guys, hope you're having fun.
Yeah, I think it's a cool thing, by the way, that not just MOUZ put this on, but that fine folks decided to show up to it and go support the MOUZ squad in this endeavor at Bounty. Just know you might be a part of something bigger if MOUZ suddenly get real good on stages, real comfortable playing in front of the crowd, and you went, you can say, well, I was a part of that.
Yeah, so you got to cheer for every kill OG gets to really battle hard in this team. But no, they're no studio merchants anymore. MOUZ proven on the biggest of stages. Spinks double kill through the door smoke, looking for a third, pre-fired. Spinks might ace this. Oh, psych. Torshi gets a kill. Down the vent goes Arosdos looking for the plant. Not going to happen, buddy. Counter-terrorist. MOUZ full control right now. How will this work, though? Because they have the stream playing. It's going to be behind what they're seeing.
I'm not responsible for thinking of the logistics of this situation.
That's on the MOUZ HQ. Very cool initiative regardless.
No, it is sick. And the MOUZ HQ building as a whole just kind of looks fantastic.
Yeah, clean.
Big, delicious testament to one of Counter-Strike's most dearest organizations.
How's the testament this season? I hear it's delicious. Eagle spamming. Nothing to find here. Jimmy at ramp. Committed.
Very committed on Jimmy. But he's telling himself it's only pistols, so nothing to worry about.
Right.
Support can arrive, but it's not going to be super fast. Brolin will have to drop down, rotate over. And so that would involve a pretty long scrap for Jimmy. You'd hope at that point he would already have won the round. He's out on an island here, and Jimmy with 3 does everything right. Now just Nika does.
Yeah, this guy's got a deagle on him. Ooh. NT, MOUZ though, 3-0 up. Here comes the buy round for OG.
I mean, everyone is wondering if Nikodos can get back to his Austin form.
Yeah.
You also have the clash of the Adams in this game.
Okay.
Adam B versus Adam Torshi.
Adam T was right there.
True. Do you want Adam spelt the normal way or the fancy way with the extra bits on? How Torshi does. For anyone who knows more about language, you'll know what I'm talking about. I just don't have the capability to do so. Torshi takes his AWP out into the yard and looks to put it to work. Nade on the smoke, they break it open, and he's just shy of that first spot. OG dodge, his plan being uncovered to open up the round. Another smoke break, and another time that Torshi just misses this. That replenish on the smokes tells you that they might have players across, but you still don't know numbers, and every time they've gone to break these smokes open, they've missed the info. That's the first time they've seen anyone, and it's spooky to open. The 5v4 found as he clashes with Torshi. Orb now dropped. And OG looked to try and use this outside space.
Oh, Spink's not even looking. He just turns around in time. Missed that one, though. Krisen gets the entry. No one on this top site survives. Double kill. Cracks open the bomb site for OG. Nice little rotate out. Exertion can let it go. Krisen's on for a hat trick. Jimmy should save. Let's see if they allow it. Will it be that easy? Nicely done. Oh God,
I mean, no one's actually in this site, but with them having Heaven, it's safe regardless. Jimmy living on borrowed time here. As he's down to the pistol, they will swarm him. They will remove that gun. And so OG don't wait long to get on the board. And, you know, I think from some of these squads, some of these bounty hunters that we've had pull up here, you know, it's been some pretty scrappy CS at times. The thing with OG, I think it is going to feel a lot more refined. This is a team that have been grinding. Trying to play, you know, some good standard Counter-Strike.
I just think the most interesting part is that OG are a new roster to a degree. Sure, they have that core from Austin, but adding Adam a month ago, Arostos, you know, lone on this team.
Yeah.
Like, it's still a very new piece, but I agree with you completely. I think they've got the fundamentals down pat.
100%.
They showed that at Austin. They had a solid run. They had some legit wins there. And I think we have some really strong players on this roster.
Yeah.
So even them being the lowest seed is, I think, not necessarily indicative of how good they've been.
I think the other thing that's kind of exciting is that, like, Arostos didn't have the best time in NIP, and, like, this guy, when he was in SAW, was one of, like, the big proponents to its success. And so if you're able to get him unlocked and comfortable, a feat that you don't imagine Snappy ever felt like he truly got the best mileage out of this guy, then that holds an awful lot of promise. Nikodos, that's a great trade onto Spinks. Only the head visible, and Nikodos rips it from his body. Another follow-up kill for Nikodos on this orb. There's the chase from Krisen out through the door. This is put together on the A-split. Jimmy deleted from the heavens. It's left on a Torshi. First kill comes through. Oh, and the follow-up. Arostos locked in the 1v1 as Torshi looks to recover this for MOUZ. He's going hunting. Oh, and he'll land the flick. That is stellar from Torshi. And MOUZ must love it.
Dude, crazy clutch out of Torshi. Nikodos kicking himself for re-peeking in with the orb, but he just fired. He thinks he can get a shot off quickly. Torshi is very fast indeed. Krisen, poor guy, does everything to make that round happen. He is sharp on these door lurks right now, and the A-splits are getting OG in. Torshi just shuts them out. Very nicely done. 4-1.
Oh, trying to make it down the vents is Spooky and... Well, I mean, he wasn't. It's about time to use that as a word. But the bomb makes it down. Only one player survives. The other two churned up, attempting to get through the door. That's a spray from Exertion to find a very comfortable 5-on-3 for MOUZ. Hoping they can sneak down a little later maybe and try and link up with Adam, because he does have that bomb on his back. There's alternatives where he can try and like roam and link up with them. It just feels scarier.
I mean, with 2 kills coming in, I wonder if they think a player even made it down. They're not panicking about it. They know they shut out the plan enough of OG that they don't need to play that lower site. Adam could plant, but he has no way to know that. And even then, it would leave OG scrambling, 2 stuck lobbies still behind the smokes.
Yeah, it's just a very awkward situation to find yourselves in. What you're kind of hoping for here if you're OG is for an overextension, for a chance at a 3v4. Suddenly, you know, you explore the option of maybe trying to bring that bomb back up. It would be a vent rotate for Adam, so you need that kill on a site player, ideally hut or main. That's the kill you're looking for. It's this one on Exertion, and he just swings on out. Finds Spooky in the doors, continues his hot round, and you can see Adam will never really be in a position to succeed here. He certainly gave it a go.
One bullet, and he's on for 3 kills and a 1v5 with a player back site. Don't want to say anything's impossible at that point. Nice try for Adam, but yeah, his team can't get out into upper. You know, I think the biggest benefit for this bootcamp situation for MOUZ isn't even the fact they're playing in front of a crowd. I don't think that's as much of a factor as them being in a proper LAN setup side by side, like how they've been playing all their matches this season. I think that's the biggest benefit. Look at everyone else in this bounty. They're playing from their bedrooms. There's some players together. There's some players apart. It's not, you're not going to be as locked in as you are on a full proper LAN setup side by side in your normal seats like you would be at a major final. So I think that's very beneficial for MOUZ to still treat this like any other game, like it's a LAN match.
Yeah, you're dead on. And I think it's been doing a lot for the teams that have. Just saw Furia play there all together as well. On this attempt at the low econ round, OG have done a stellar job of dealing with these rotates. 2 quick kills come in, and that's in addition to the one they picked up out in the yard. They find themselves in this 3-on-2. They pump the brakes. Adam with the bomb. Right now, they're giving some time to Alert to try and secure info on A, but they might lose this bomb down at lower. Torshi, with some snappy aim there, was ready to try and take that fight. I mean, you've spotted 1 player down here. I wonder if that's already enough.
Arostos is flanking ramp, though. But the rifle. See, now they know they're both lower. Can they fly up the vent in time? They don't want to. They let MOUZ over-rotate. MOUZ say, hey, they've seen us both. They're going to leave. What a bluff called by OG. That is a high-level move to still commit. You would really expect, like MOUZ really thought they were going to rotate out there. They can still win this round, 2v2. Coming back in, good shot for Torshi after a jiggle gets him the info. Spooky 1v2 in the door. Needs to pluck one out and then shut the door in their face. Bomb for him. MOUZ move in. There's that free kill, and Spooky shuts it up. Oh my god, even hits the wall bang as well. Brolin low, or lower. Another tap, running out of time, firing back through the door, and the Spooky's won it. 1v2, picked up for OG.
That's a really big round to win, and yeah, MOUZ learn a lesson. They've got to expect the unexpected here. That route back into the B play, as you say, MOUZ anticipate a rotate. They think that OG will go for the kind of standard, safest option, right? And just react to that info of both players lower.
But that's not even a case of like, oh, OG aren't smart enough to make that call. They read that MOUZ will over-rotate. They read that MOUZ will quickly move back up at top site. Spooky makes it worth it in the clutch. OG team is very exciting. It's a top-heavy matchup, but one that they've got fight in.
Yeah, it's one of these games. It's kind of similar to like the TNL versus Na'Vi match, right? Where like Na'Vi are still favorites in kind of every sense of the word, but there is a lot of intrigue around the other team. It's going to be some good high-level CS, and there is a chance to upset. Nade stack over in main. That's a nice opening for OG off the back of the timeout. And they try to follow through with a bit of pace on the back of it. Crizzen, double kill. Nikados spots the walk past ramp. That's a little slow to react for Nikados. So Jimmy's gifted a freebie. Crizzen is very, very wounded. Oh, they're going back for the bomb. This is why they're offering up these fights. Having to skirt back into the lobby. They've now given up the A space. Exertion trying to find where OG have ended up. And going back out in towards the yard would net him a chance to find them. Adam B with the cross. He was the guy sent back to go and get this bomb. He's going to play into Exertion's hands. Both players here, but they're worlds apart on this peak. And that gives Exertion a chance to back off. Spooky hits a blinder. And it's another big clutch for him. OG well and truly in this game.
Back-to-back clutches, and that one is not easy either. Has to hit the instant head. MOUZ getting tested here by this young, pucky OG squad. This lowest seed in the bounty with something to prove. Making magic happen here, putting MOUZ on pistols. I want to try something, Harry. Hamburg, make some noise!
That's good. In a couple of minutes.
They're going to love that.
Yeah, they will.
Yeah. You watching at home, that means nothing to you, but down in the MOUZ HQ, it's going crazy. Looks like they've showed up. OG looking to farm these ecos.
It's just a clean finish, a one-round game. OG is taking their claim to nuke. Coming out with a streak of rounds here. It starts with a couple of spooky clutches. Now they're getting to reap the benefit. Taking economic control over the game. Scoreline closing up. Another buy round looming for MOUZ, but they don't find success. In this next gun round, OG will find themselves up in the lead. Tech pause here.
Oh, the admin's on site, Harry, though.
Look at this. They're all looking over. There's got to be. It is cool. And it's starting to get more and more filled out as well. We see a Hamburg. But I'm liking what OG have brought to the table here, right? Showing a good depth thus far on this T side. Been a variety of rounds. I like the one where they call the pause. They follow it up with that nade stack in main. They pick up the pace. They then have the spooky clutch at the end to round it out. They've kept it dynamic. They've kept MOUZ guessing.
Got a PC crash on the MOUZ side of things. Some things never change, Harry.
It's a good chance to practice some crowd work, Hugo.
CS, and there is a chance to upset.
It is cool how close the seats are too.
Yeah. Through the
Like,
looking glass.
you are up close and personal with MOUZ.
Stark difference to the bedrooms of OG.
Yeah, but we can't see the full frame. Maybe Nikodos has his entire extended family
That's
sat in
true.
the room cheering him on. His biggest fans in the background.
Oh, it's good. It's really good.
Get it, guys?
I do.
If you're smart, you'll get it, but only if you have above 150 IQ.
It's pretty smart.
Like Dorian Berman. That's exertion.
Trophies adorning the studio.
Toshi's just looking up at everyone. Probably thinks this is kind of cool. I mean, we've noticed the rise of MOUZ fans as well. MOUZ Ultras pulled up to Cologne,
Yeah,
saw that, and
they showed up.
they were loud, man. That arena was going for this MOUZ team.
For sure.
Makes a lot of sense. That's
There
the
it is.
reaction.
There it is. Thank you, Hamburg.
Yeah, Hamburg.
Let's go.
It's where all the cool people are at tonight.
It's 2 p.m., but I'll allow it.
Look, man, it's always the night somewhere.
I think we're getting ready to go back in, folks. MOUZ OG to continue here on Nuke. It's OG's map pick. It's a single elimination format. It's MOUZ hot off the press from a grand final in Cologne back to the realms of online.
All right, Hamburg. All right, Twitch chat. Let's get this one rolling again. As we're ready to head back in, let's go. MOUZ still sporting this lead, but OG have been working hard to close the gap. They've gone on a streak of rounds here. They've taken control of the money in the game as well. And so a big chance for OG to break through. Can MOUZ stop them? Or this outside util, Krizen lobs in an initial volley. Cross smokes to try and get them down into secret. They play ahead of it. It's a bit of an OG move. They run down before those smokes even bloom. A chance on the yard fights to open up, but it does give info. Exertion already down at lower. That's a big pickup for Aros DOS.
Dude, OG are making this game very interesting. That block is going to test their cooling, but they've been really good at resetting and going back to this top site. This is going to be another example of that as OG pull back outside to lobby. Arostos lurking gets his kill. They're going to have to re-clear lobby position. Spinks is still here. A lot to do for OG, but more than enough players to do it. Spinks is stuck in this corner. This should be a trade. Even 2 would be more than you bargained for.
Oh, the timing. Spinks is to get back on the line, and that flick down costs him his life. Still gets out with 1. Did well to readjust for anything with the timing that was found there. Scrambling rotates now, our MOUZ, but a man down for this retake. A lot of squads would just look to save here. Maybe the positioning of Jimmy and soon to be Exertion in the lobby gives them a reason to give this one a go. And as they go looking for Jimmy, they line up on Exertion. Spooky needs to clutch again.
Not again.
He's had 2 of them in the game already. Spooky up through the vents, pressured, sure, but not broken by it in the 1v1. Torshi's retreating, Torshi's throwing in the towel. OG can rely on Spooky in these clutches.
Dude, 3 clutches, 2 1v2s and a 1v1 to pick up another round for OG. This guy is unstoppable right now. He is making rounds happen single-handedly for OG in these post plants. MOUZ put to the test here.
They're calling in their first timeout. This game is really closed up, and I mean, as we said, that's a really big clutch to find because this is OG kind of taking control over the game. They've had a string of these clutch rounds from Spooky, so their money never truly getting situated, but they keep breaking MOUZes, and that's the big issue. OG on their map pick showing us why they lent in to Nuke to open up. This T side has been clean. Here's these money issues for MOUZ rearing their head again. Torshi on the saved gun, but other than that, it's Deagles, it's SMGs, and OG going to try and play a faster round into this force buy. They get through the double ramp hold, MOUZ crumble. OG set their sights on lower.
Just MAC-10s charging on anti-eco. OG know what they're up against, they deal with it easily. MOUZ have had chances to be winning out in this game. It's not going to come for them though. Spooky stops another. And Spinks 1v5. This is OG, 6 rounds on the half, worst case scenario. Captain Krisen from the MOUZ Academy, no less, that NXT squad graduated into OG. And now taking down, or trying to, the former team, the former organization that he played for. No exits either, 5 alive, OG in control.
Yeah, Krisen wants to make a bit of a statement. And he's certainly living up to that right now. Spent 2 years in that NXT squad that you talk about. He wanted Brolin's job. So he's going to make them regret the overlook. Nikados. No choice but to extinguish. This is OG trying to win out the half. It's an awkward, I don't...
He went through the door.
Yeah. All right. Exertion.
Oh my god.
Dead back in main. This is OG on their way to a 7-5 scoreline on the half. And that's with MOUZ finding all their success right off the top of this game.
No bomb though. This is still a weird position. They might actually have to change their mind. Burning out Adam B back sight. Arosdos, where's he gonna go? Knows that AWP could be on main. So Door is a very risky position. He goes back to the hut. They think he's reset, and they're right. But he's picked up this bomb and he's gonna put it down. You would not expect A to be completely empty at this point, would you? Full stick, Arosdos calls their bluff, he calls correct. 1v2 now.
I was just can't have it be the case that 4 of the 7 rounds OG are looking for are clutches against them, and so finally they shut one of these clutch rounds down. That's MOUZ evening out on the half, tying up this game at 6-all. It's a far cry from what they promised with that initial 5-1 opening, but at least they stop OG's streak and stop one of these clutches coming through. promised you a more even, more entertaining game, and this one is delivered in that metric. It's 6-all on the half. That was in spite of MOUZ opening strong. OG having a late game resurgence here to even things out. They go on a 5-round streak to close.
Some clutches down the line though. OG squeezing out round after round. Spooky with some huge 1v2s and a 1v1 in there as well. And Chrism with some nice calls, some strong resets, getting down secrets, still coming back for top hits. Lots of hell wraps, lots of main splits. Liking the variety of calls here for OG. Question is, can they hold strong on defense as well? MOUZ put to the test by a very fresh roster. One that's not even official with Aros DOS, but he's certainly having trouble. 3-10 on the latest piece to this team. Adam B added a month ago, holding his own. Can OG keep up this hard-fought battle against the MOUZ off the back of deep playoff runs in their last couple of tournaments?
I mean, something I have liked is I remember watching OG both in Austin, but also a couple of times on the build-up. On the build-up, it was actually accidental. I was watching Kiyosuke demos, and he just so happened to play them. But they used to, like, you know, throw in like the yard smokes T side, but they kind of do it on like they play on a first timing, even though those smokes take a moment to pop, and they would do that to like skirmish and fight for the yard control. And it was cool because it felt like actually MOUZ kind of wanted and expected them to do that in the first half. OG more often than not actually just use the smoke straight up. We only saw them do their little long pop outside once in that game. Ooh. So nice bit of development here for OG. They have swapped things up since making some changes and evolved from Austin. This ramp clash, Aros DOS just peppering shots into MOUZ, but won't get away with much. He's done a lot of damage. However, you wanted kills from Aros DOS in that position. Let's see if Adam B and Nikados can complement those dual Berettas and the low health now on Spinks and Torshi. MOUZ have completely pumped the brakes.
Trap them here. The only way out is to go B, but MOUZ don't want to go into a stack. They know Nikados' position, though. He hasn't moved a muscle. Was B not tempting for MOUZ, you wonder, as Adam looks elsewhere. Nikados gets hungry for info. MOUZ's patience might just pay off. Jimmy telling them to wait. They can re-swing off of his contact, and there it is. Perfect round for MOUZ. I mean, painfully slow, but it works wonders. And info gathering, you see Jimmy's not committing with the bomb. Torshi's trying to find out if Adam's in this site, and if they find that, they might learn the hard way. Jimmy stops him. Having a great game here is young Jimpat. 15-10. 3 kills in the pistol. MOUZ, first step in the right direction.
Yeah, it's not the fun way to win that 3v2, but fun isn't the objective. Winning the round is, and patience there nets them a way to play into that 3v2 and keep it really, really safe. They just use OG's kind of creeping insecurity about that round against them. Yard smokes in. Exertion with a fast cross, and that bombing the rest of MOUZ in behind him. He's playing on a very, very quick timing here to try and deny any kind of secret climb up. If you go too slow, you worry about fighting players at the stairs. So having him just gun it straight for this control lets the rest of MOUZ move in quietly. Right now, OG have only heard one player, if any. And it will remain that Exertion is the only one that's still making noise. That second bit of util maybe looking to give away the true numbers down here at lower. So this is where you might see a bit of a reaction from OG. 3 players shuffling down in towards this B site. It's Spooky to open up on his Deagle. MOUZ can't get ahead of themselves here.
Looks like they're about to, though, trying to jump the gun into this B-bomb site. More dinks landing. Will Brolin provide them an exit route? Coming back up upper. Adam pushing in. It's Jimpat, rather, in the lobby. Waiting patiently, missing that timing. Vent now a danger to MOUZ. B also fraught with peril. 3 players in this site. Here's the flank. Adam B's got the timing. Kristen doesn't need to die. Runs away. Missed shot for Adam B. Jimmy at least given one. 3v3, they explode into B, and now they know that both OG players are back at the ramp. 20 seconds, all these kills coming in for MOUZ. A missed shot for Adam goes a long way, and they lose the round as a result. It was right there for the taking, but MOUZ stopped the force.
Oh. Oh. Oh.
Ex-teammate, bit of banter.
They really went in. Holy, they wrote a whole novel.
That's cute.
I ain't reading all that. Congrats, or sorry that happened.
Yeah.
Bit of banter, as you say. Former friends for this game turned enemies.
Ramp stack avoided here. Jimmy lurking silo, and the rest of MOUZ are already down lower, so committing should just be fine. Jimmy faking outside, like a second wave of util. But they are rotating down B. OG have nothing to lose in a little roll of the dice here on this B-bomb site. Prison's missed everything.
Spooky, ain't? His Deagle hitting hard. But will the rest of OGs? There's Torshian with 2. Nikodos delivers something from his Deag. Arostos tucked in. Bottom of the board right now in the OG squad. Things aren't going to get easier.
Oh, wait.
Backstab in for Krisen. Bomb plant denied. Things actually get weird now. Mac 10 retrieved. They've got to try and get past him. Exertion with an important kill. And seconds from disaster, MOUZ will find a way to recover that.
Yeah.
It gets uncomfortably close for what OG are fielding there in that round of play.
Very scary indeed with those lower rotates coming in. But only pistols for OG, some shots harder than others. And MOUZ collect their ecos, just about. But there's definitely more fight from OG in this game. That much feels likely as their first buy round on the CT side comes through. No AWP for Nikodos, but we know he's strong on rifle. Gonna need Arostos to be careful here. 4 on 13 on ramp alone in this round. MOUZ try to punish him. Might be their way in. Crossing quick secret, Exertion gets down. But where will they meet him from? Of course it's on ramp. You saw him.
Oh, Raphael's been having a rough game. Arostos couldn't get it going in the last round as the ramp player. He's got a lot of responsibility, but he does have help. Nikodos nearby. There's the first.
Smoke didn't bloom as well as Brolin hoped.
On the wing of Arostos. Spooky mopped up next. Torshi taking heads off.
A split coming in. They drop back sight. OG prepared. If MOUZ can buy time for Heaven Flank, that'd be nice, but it doesn't look like they want to wait. Spinks has found a headshot.
Oh, that's the lineup! And now down in this 1v1, they're not ready for a second man. They're not ready for Nikodos. Bait and switch, back at the site. And the stars align on that spray. OG with the response. Breakthrough when the guns come out. That was a round that was rapidly getting out of control.
Adam B just looking great in this game across the entire map so far. A player from a roster that fell apart. post-major, Metisport picked into pieces. And what a pick up for OG. So far paying off. Great spray towards the door. And Nikodos never suspected to finish off that round. OG keep this one close. Not letting MOUZ ever feel comfortable in this game. Not letting them ever run away. Valiant game out of OG. How far will it go?
It's given OG a huge leg up for MOUZ. It's a round you're really not happy about giving away. That would have been you on a fast track to victory, but you also feel like, guys, we just lined up. It's unfortunate. Let's run it back again. They liked what they saw in this A play. They won't like it this time around. Spooky, low on health, but he had support from Adam B to bail him out, and it just leaves Torshi alone in the blink of an eye. 1 versus 4. And Torshi, well, he's had some nice rifling moments. This is asking a hell of a lot from him. Are they really going to try and make a play? Spooky will feed 1 kill to Torshi. Still has a minute to work with. OG layered to try and trade him in at the door. And it should be an instant trade soon as contact's taken. Adam's not even required. Chrism walks that one over the line. OG drag us back to an even keel here as they start to close the distance on MOUZ. That's now 2 in a row. Once more breaking through the money.
Should be eco now. This should be 9-9 all of a sudden. Oof, some sharp shots for Aros required.
Those rounds are hard to put a stop to, right? Like, especially when players have actually made it through all that initial wave of util. There were guys wide on the site. And so it was good cover from Adam and those rotating players up in heaven.
MOUZ got that double entry as well. It's just they couldn't flush the guy off of hut roof. It slowed Brolin down. He couldn't clear backside, and then it just all becomes unraveled for MOUZ. They had the entries, but OG shut the door on them. This one should be simple. Prepare to equalize. Arostos caught out by Glocks. Too many shots rattled through. There's a gun gifted. Can't quite get there though. Oh dear, that is awkward.
That's rough.
Can they get the gun?
And oh no, it's given them a path to go and get that M4. Okay, you really hope that, like, that one Molotov misstep doesn't come back to haunt you, because it's like, you know, it's a misnade. In a 4-on-3, you feel like maybe it's inconsequential. You're up against Glocks. But it did give them the route to get this gun, and Torshi uses that gun to find a 2-on-3. Now he's roaming the yard. He's trying to help Spinks. Chrism knows he's about to be pressured. He knows they're going to try and collapse upon him. And so takes that heads-up fight onto Spinks. Well handled by Chrism here.
Yeah.
Playing the odds. Torshi left in an unwinnable clutch. And that nade up into the heaven on a perfect timing. There's the tie game that OG were looking for.
Yeah, I love that for Chrism. He could have taken a couple of fights there, but he'd just rather not lose that round to Torshi. He just doesn't give him the engagement that Torshi is desperate for at 20 seconds. And no clutch today. Cool on the nade when Torshi hits the ladder. Some great comms, some great setups at OG. One little mistake of a Molotov cost them some kills, but nothing more. And now we have an even game as MOUZ come into their buy round. It has to hit. On OG's map pick, up for the task. Risen. Danger. Spotted. Still
Still gonna win that?
No way, yeah.
Won't get away. Exertion gives chase. Doesn't want Spinks' death to be in vain. Able to hack it on the cross as well.
Hey.
So he'll make it into secret. Bit of pressure put on lobby side as that bomb is moving back around to link up with Jimmy P. Maybe an A split on the cards here with Exertion not deciding to play down through secret.
Again, same setup.
Double backside bait and switch. Adam going to take first contact. That's another lineup. Adam's had a couple of crazy spray transfers in this game, and he's looking to add another to the tally. The better he does, the less you expect a second man as well. Nikados in with a backstab. The bomb lost in lobby. There should be no winning this for Exertion. He doesn't have the room, doesn't have a plant in his future, and so OG retake the lead, 10-9. Money once more gone for MOUZ.
This is a shocking game right now for OG, and they are just playing some excellent Counter-Strike. Some really strong setups on this CT side as well. And their anchors holding very well. We need to see MOUZ try to punish Aros Dos, who's even warmed in a little bit with a multi-kill. But this A site is proving to be too much for MOUZ to break in. Getting down secret, never-ending rounds lower. Haven't even seen the AWP for Nikados really be a problem. It gets its first kill there on CT side.
And here in stage one at Bounty, we haven't had, you know, the underdogs, the bounty hunters coming up with wins. We only had our first map won by a bounty hunter yesterday. It happened twice. But other than that, these have been 2-0s for the favorites.
Nice position for Aros Dos. He does re-swing back in and give a gun over. But Exertion lost his gun in the yard to the AWP, so this is all MOUZ have to work with, and it's being contained. Stopgap here at CT spawn. The AWP will not allow, so MOUZ have to go lower. Into lower sits Spooky.
It was his string of clutches that powered up the OG T side. And so being all alone down here at B might not be the most uncomfortable feeling for Spooky. There's the first connection. Torshi with a quick trade keeps this round live.
These are rounds that MOUZ can win.
He hears the vent drop. Torshi looking to put some pressure on this first man down the vents. The rest of OG group for a ramp retake. Sping should hear this. Bombs it down the line. Torshi just trying to keep pressure on all these players. There's the trade out of Spinks. Teed up now for a clutch. Gotta beat Adam in this head-to-head, and a quick jiggle from Adam B seals their fate. OG, they've got a lot of faith in their individuals here, and with good reason. Adam's had some fantastic spray transfers. Now he adds a clutch to the tally. Spooky with 3 clutches to his name. This OG squad not to be underestimated.
That's 4 clutches in this map here for OG to the 1 of Torshi. Next level. OG showing face here. And it may be online, but the pressure's on MOUZ now in not only a single elimination format, but with a crowd in front of them as well. In the booth. Oh dear indeed. MOUZ hit the brick wall. They can't break through. 4 rounds straight here for OG on defense. 5 rounds, in fact.
And the thing that makes this feel so staggering is, like, this isn't MOUZ struggling. It's not like they've got quiet individuals here. The scoreboard is exactly how you would hope it looked in a MOUZ win. Nikados, that jump check from Torshi. Decision he may never live down.
How does he hit it, though?
He's fed Nikados a second. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's true and fair. Real good stuff. Now they just have to finish 99. What Nikados started. They bring Jimmy down to 1 point of health. Spooky starts to traverse the yard.
This is risky.
Spinks waiting out here, offers up a kill. And now just gonna slink back into a 3-on-2 with 1 HP on Jimmy. Brolin walk out through the door, attempting to reopen a window into this round. But Jimmy can't win this, right? 1 health, 1 bullet, his round's over. Hell, a flashbang, throw it in the right place, and the job is done.
Issue is you just need a kill with the element of surprise. If you go and you sneak down B and you plant the bomb, they're going to be able to trade you out. Like, the chance that you hit 2 headshots before they land a bullet feels so low. So even though this play for Jimmy opens up the chance to plant, winning the round is a different question. It is a near impossibility. Vent means he's going to stick it straight away. So out he goes into B, delayed by a second thanks to that Molotov. Jimmy can pick his position, but I don't know how you don't get traded here. This should be OG finding map point on their pick. Jimmy, pick a good position. It's going to be your only one. Needs 2 taps. Needs to be ice cold. Finn backside mollied out. It's decided. OG find map point on Nuke.
And they've got multiple chances now to get this over the line. Multiple opportunities to secure a shocking dub. There's OG undergoing some changes from Austin.
And this isn't even an OG who picked MOUZ in the bounty. They were the only team who didn't get the chance to pick. 32 seed, the last one. They got all that was left. It was number 2 in the world. No chance. This isn't OG thinking they have a really good matchup v MOUZ. They like how they play. They have a good read. No. They were forced to play this match, and they're giving us a great game.
I mean, even that feels staggering, right? The fact that no one else would pick this MOUZ squad. And I think that's because you don't doubt the level they normally play at. And the only questions that have ever swirled around MOUZ have been in arenas.
Ooh.
So that only makes this more impressive for OG. Nikodos back at garage. Last round on that AWP, he put up 2 to open. He's got the spot on this close player. Aware that Exertion has tried to thread the needle here, but the position feels very restricted for Nikodos with yard lost. He's taken a more passive line on the AWP. Catches Exertion, attempting to take that hell control. Aros Dos, just the one from him at ramp. Jimmy will get out and get this space. But the big question is, how do they deal with Nikodos? Do they want to face him? They're also getting wrapped. Spooky on the flank. Round is in the palm of his hands here. Info on 2. Lines up the double. Spooky plays for the victory. Jimmy left as the last man standing. Top of the board right now for MOUZ, but they're asking a lot from him. Moving in, out into the yard. Adam and Jimmy. It's 2 very heavy hitters. He'll dodge that first fight. Spooky with a swing. Adam closing the net. Jimmy feeling the pressure, and the pressure's too much. OG with the win to open up this series. Nuke, their pick, goes their way.
That it does. OG pulling off a heck of an upset on map number 1, making this one downright spicy. There are some very
dark day for German Counter-Strike. MOUZ have all their fans at the HQ in Hamburg looking on. They're expecting to get their money's worth. They want the reverse sweep here. They want MOUZ to have solutions moving onto their map pick.
And dare I say, Harry, they might actually get it. Not to be Doomer on OG after such a great map, but these are 2 very strong maps for MOUZ. These are 2 very weak maps for OG. 5 loss streak, 4 loss streak across Inferno and Mirage respectively, and a MOUZ that definitely have a fire lit beneath them. Crowd aside, just from the way that they got outplayed on Nuke. And I think big respect to OG for showing us arguably the best upset yet of the tournament. I know Patch and UA got a map off Spirit, TNO off Na'Vi, but I just love the way that OG played on that, on really both sides of Nuke.
Yeah, well, the thing that's sick there is, like, both those squads kind of did it with some real aggressive moves, some sick mechanics to back it all up, but OG beat them on a kind of team and tactical level.
Yeah, definitely. With some sick moments from players like Adam, as clutches from Spooky. Adam trades place in the smoke, but he's so low. Does Brolin know? Oh, now he does, running away. They've got to flush this kill out of the apartments. MOUZ have a bomb plant. The kill is forced. Brolin comes running and loses his life, but still 4v5 with no kit.
They're going to send Adam in first, try and throw the aim off. Torshi feasts upon these pistols, and so quickly a 5v4 is dominantly picked up for MOUZ.
Yeah, let's see how much confidence we get out of MOUZ in the second game. Are they deterred by that first one, or do they feel reignited now with a point to prove on their pick in the series? A map that, as Dupree said on the desk, they dominated Vitality on last time they played. You just got to hope OG, some individuals can shine in their solo spots, but this is a map where you've got to win as a team and you've got to lose as a team. Prison called upon in this BO3. No trade allowed, not even a shot. 5v4 for MOUZ. Mid opens up. A lot of noise made on A and apartments, but it's back to Banana into prison. That's
Dead
the round.
instantly for OG. That B site falls into enemy hands. MOUZ, I'll take this as a bit of a homecoming, a free round rolled out in front of them. They've picked right. OG just going to run back this force in the next if they're allowed to save. And I will say if, because Sphinx is hanging around on a Mach 10 in top mid. So maybe as this timer ticks down, he gets a little bit curious and tries to knock something out of play.
Not really a necessity here for MOUZ to force a kill, though. 5 Live does feel lovely. Sphinx not known to be overly aggressive. Beautiful.
Terrorists win.
Ooh la la.
Okay, let's fucking go, boys. Okay, let's fucking go.
Let's
do it. Do that.
I love it.
Let's go. Yeah. Who takes bomb?
MOUZ not feeling stressed.
Ah, it's so hard. It's so hard to just not love Torshi.
Why are you trying?
Because we're supposed to be impartial.
Who said that?
Oh. Only these pistols to worry about, so MOUZ, I like that they're trying to keep a nice high energy. Kind of a trolly energy. But that's good. That's what this MOUZ team's all about. Team of trolls, in fact, that you even see reflected in the likes of someone like Frozen in FaZe till this day.
Three here. But Mach 10v pistols, we know who wins that head-to-head. Burned through. One DGAT and Nika does, he always finds one. But that will be all here for OG. As I'm expecting MOUZ to come through with a cleaner victory here.
I think, you know, this has kind of been the issue for OG for a little while now, and that's their relatively shallow map pool. They have two, like, very, very good maps. Nuke, the one that they just won, and beat MOUZ on fairly handedly, and their Dust 2 usually, which fell out of the question in this series, what with it being a strong map for MOUZ as well. It's why they've ended up on like two pretty weak maps in the rest of the veto. And that was even the case, you know, back in Austin. It also made it like anytime they did lose a pick of Nuke, it would hit them like a train. If you remember, they went through the first stage really, really clean. I think it was 3-1 finish for OG, only dropping one series in that. And then in stage 2, 0-3 finish.
Yeah.
And that was, you know, having to play versus some of these other squads that have a rounded map pool, are good on pretty much all of them. They end up falling to Falcons. And there, it was a loss on Nuke that sent them into the dreaded third map. Situation they weren't happy with. I kind of want everything to play like Nuke. Unfortunately, it's not the case in a BO3. An early 5v4, MOUZ just grouping for this banana play. They still have Torshi out here on an island in top mid. They might actually move back around and join him. They're doing a lot of posturing here all across the map, trying to force a reaction from OG. It's left there. Oh dear.
No, server down.
Well, that's
Server
never good.
crashed. Not ideal.
That's never good.
A kill had happened, right?
Yeah. It was 5v4.
Oh dear. Well,
But well, the jury's out on what happens
yeah.
here.
I'm not guessing. That's a job for the admins. Good luck.
Because it's like, you know, you can say damage was done, but like, what does that even mean? The whole thing.
No, I don't want to even have.
Yeah,
I don't want to even
yeah,
entertain the
yeah.
discussion. It's past my pay grade. It's none of my business.
But as soon as we get official confirmation on what's happening, boy, will we let you know.
Oh, we'll let you know. We'll jibber jabber about it. We'll give our opinion.
I mean,
like
that was-
matters. Unlucky. Happens. Unlucky. Worms in the server, Harry.
Now, Worms.
Yeah.
There's a game.
That's a great game.
That's what we should do.
Give me your best worm impression.
Like from the game?
Yeah, the characters. They have like little voices. British
Hang on,
accents.
dude. Yeah, I know. I'm trying.
Bombs away or something like that.
Yeah.
Ah!
Bombs Away is a good one. You picked the best one.
Yeah. There's got to be more.
But like in some of the newer Worms, you can actually have different voices.
Yeah, voice packs, yeah. But I'm talking OG, original worm action.
I think Worms would be a great way to decide who picks sides. You play a round of Worms to like kind of get the crowd going too. Like there's stakes. It's still a tactical game. You can win the pick order you want in a game of wits.
Bit longer than a coin flip or a knife round.
But it would be so good. Like imagine.
Is there pro worms?
Surely.
Sure.
There's pro everything. Imagine if Krisen and Brolin stepped up in the field of Worms to do battle.
Who's your money on? Hypothetically.
For some reason, I think Brolin is really good at Worms.
Yeah, I can see
He
that.
just looks like the kind of guy who already has like 1,000 hours
I'm looking up
in
his Steam
Worms.
right now. Oh, his games are private, Harry. His games are private.
Brolin, in a couple of
Give me
minutes.
another player. Give me another player.
Go Krisen. Check his Steam.
All right.
Has he ever even heard of Worms?
All right.
How old is he?
Oh, wait, it's not Krisen. It's a fake Krisen.
Krisen's 18. I don't know if he's heard of Worms, bro.
Games are private. Bro, they all hide their games, these pro players. They don't want us to know their hours. That's why. Like their last 2 weeks. I can't help you here. We're all wormed out.
Wormless
Wormless.
in Hamburg.
Bring on the worms. I think that was a round of applause for the crash, maybe?
No.
That would be a bit much.
Okay, well, we've talked worms. That whole conversation went nowhere.
Yeah, what
so
next? Yeah.
what's next on the docket, everyone? No, let's go back to talking OG a little bit. I think it's kind of interesting. Yeah, I want this team to do well, actually. I like a lot of the pieces in it, and I think Crizzen does a good job at cooling, especially like when you put him on a comfortable map, you see how this guy does have a really good brain for the game. And I think hopefully with these changes, right, that's where this map pool can start to get improved a little bit.
And I mean, his room is so clean. I respect a clean room.
You like that?
I see some people who like, you know, they know that.
You know whose room
Also,
I vibed with earlier? Tabson's.
Yeah, not sure about that. He's got the Wheezy photo, like the art on the wall, which is really good. He's got new, obviously, he's got new ramp. Chris and respect for the ramp photo. And
dude, this guy just loves new.
You know, you can tell who doesn't make their bed because they'll just like haphazardly, you know, throw the like Adam B. He's just throwing it on there. He's not doing that consistently. He's only done it for the camera. Whereas Chris, and you know, he gets up every day. He makes his bed, Harry. And I respect that.
I want to know what Torshi's bedroom's like.
Bit weird.
I was going to say, I've only ever been there once and I'd been drinking, so I don't remember.
Nice.
It's not true. I've never been to his room.
Yeah. Let's talk rest of the games of the day here, for those wondering. NIPV Pain coming up next.
Nip Pain, a series with a funny name.
That is good.
And surely one that will deliver.
Something.
Pain on a bit of a downturn from their stunning form at the major.
And Nip on an uptick.
They went to Fisher, they got banged out. They went to Cologne, they got banged out. Snow with some really rough games in there as well. In his head a little bit maybe. So going to be interested to see if he can recover in that bout versus Nip, who, as you say, are going through a bit of an uptick. And then Fnatic Legacy. Now it's another game with a funny name because
Fnatic have a legacy?
Fnatic do have a legacy.
Yeah, they pick.
They're an org with the best memories in the rear view, trying to go through a rebuild.
Yeah, and with a recent pickup as well, they got a Brit in there, Harry. The Cypher revealed here for Fnatic. BlameF still here.
I just always knew when Cypher looked good in Paris, we all remember it. I just knew that Cypher would end up on a team with Crims and BlameF.
Yeah, that was his the only way it really could have gone. Beautiful. Source. Remember that. Go was your first game, no? First CS?
It's weird. Like, I'd played the others, but I wasn't, you know, into CS yet.
Yeah, I feel that.
And then it was Go where I was like, oh, damn. I'm about to waste my whole life on this and get like negligibly better as time goes on.
Yeah, true. And then fall off and then, yeah, you know, we all get better, get worse. It's hard to stay consistent.
Now, when we were recently, when we were casting Vitality, and I said like, Mezzy doing all the dads proud, showing us that we can still be good. So people writing like, how would being a dad affect your gaming? I'm like, if only you knew.
Sleep for a start.
If only you knew. You kind of decide, do I sleep, do I game? And gaming wins a lot, but there's only so long it can win.
Your poor neglected son. No, not really.
It's a crazy thing to say.
You know, yeah, kind of. He'll be fine. He's doing great. Presumably.
Oh, I'm feeling bad for everyone in Hamburg having to listen to us talk about worms and shit.
Oh, yeah.
Guys, I'm sorry. The worm dialogue wasn't the place to start, okay? That's where you end. You save the best till last. We started with the good thing, and it's all been downhill from here.
Very cool though that people showed up to watch these games. To get the MOUZ HQ experience. Very clean setup, very cool place. Better than Adam's barely made bed.
Dude, I don't know. He's just keeping it real.
Yeah, no, it is real.
He's keeping it real.
Respect
like,
for that.
I don't know. No one makes their bed, Hugo. No one.
Sponge is in the chat. Harry Hugo, what are you doing once you finish casting today? Probably playing CS, if I know me.
Or that Sponge is in Chad Sponge, but
That's Sponge, yes.
he's here in Malta. Chad, you want to hang out?
He wants to hang out?
Chad, you want to hang out? Is this your kind of indirect, your like, your social aversive way of asking if we want to hang out?
I just presumed he didn't want to leave his house, you know? I thought he
Come
was
on, Chad,
nice and
hang out
comfy.
with us. Guys, I'm trying to arrange something here, so let's just forget about the game that's on for a minute.
Yeah, don't worry. We'll have a nice, easy 4-minute delay conversation. You let us know. 4 minutes later, we'll let you know. We'll set this up.
But yeah, so I think you're going in on Adam too hard. This is like a very normal looking bedroom, man.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying...
If anything, I'll go as far as say it's pretty tidy.
Yeah.
Sure, there's some clothes in the chair, but like, who hasn't done that in their life? You get in, Hugo. You have a jacket on. Where's the jacket gonna go?
On the chair.
On a chair. Exactly.
Glad we hired the #1 room psychologist on the planet here. To really break this
dude,
one
actually,
down.
it is something I kind of forgot that I love this from online tournaments, is just seeing inside of the life of the pro players. Like, because you just think of them as a nickname, the guy, you know, behind the screen.
Yeah.
What are you pointing
No,
at?
sorry, I was... do you want to finish your point?
No, it's really throwing me off.
Oh,
I
okay,
forgot the
sorry.
point I was
All right, I
making.
was just going to say, we can go to a 3-minute break, Harry, if
Oh,
you'd
okay.
like. We'll throw it off to a break. We'll be back, hopefully with a game
They're
in just a few minutes.
They're playing us off.
Hamburg, make some noise.
Okay, we heard you. Everyone was loving the Worms dialogue, and it's better than sitting there on a break screen, so we're bringing it back, Hugo.
So I
Give
kind
me
of
your
like-
top 3 items from Worms.
Bunker Buster's got to be like up there, right? It's a strong piece. It can get through a lot of ground. It can really cause a lot of damage, Harry. So Bunker Buster, that's coming in number 3.
It's also good for any camping players, right? Like you
Like
can,
Parla, yeah.
like
Parla's- when Parla's
Parla
hiding.
Gilroyson, formerly known as Mantruce.
You might
for
have heard
anyone
of
from
him.
the old school days.
Yeah, number 2. I'm gonna go with the sheep. Actually, I know it's not as fashionable these
Ooh,
days.
no, the
but,
sheep, super sheep or
what's the
default?
difference? Remind
Super
me.
sheep can fly. Default sheep can jump. And like is a rarer unlock. You get it
I
later
like
in the game or at a
the one that
crate.
just runs around.
Yeah, that's just the regular sheep.
Just the regular
Nah,
sheep.
fair play. These are strong picks, bro.
I just before I get that, I just saw Rigon get timed out in the chat. He said, "You will see me tomorrow in my bedroom." He got timed out for that. Poor Rigon. He's playing, guys. He's playing for Ents. You're timing him out. We will see him in his bedroom.
we gotta get this guy. He's making threats.
Let's unban Rigon. I'm looking forward to seeing what you're... Rigon is gone. Will you make your bed, Rigon? You can't answer me. Not only because of the 4-minute delay, but also because you're timed out. But I hope to see your bed made, Rigon. We have one more in my top 3, Harry.
Yeah, go on.
Above sheep. And maybe you're going to love this from me.
Okay, go on.
It's got to be the baseball bat, because when you
that's
can
a good
jetpack in
choice.
or rope in, you
Yeah,
get
yeah,
next
yeah.
to someone there on the edge, and you just ego them with the baseball bat off the
Yeah,
map.
no,
Well, I want to
those are
play some
strong.
Worms right
Dude,
now.
let's do it. Okay.
Chad invited us to his apartment to play some Worms.
Yes! Okay. Jetpack strong.
Yeah,
So
of course,
strong.
of
You need that
course.
on there, bro.
Yeah.
Jetpack, that's one of mine. What was your first one that I really liked?
I went for the Bunker Buster.
Yeah, Bunker Buster is a bit of a
Holy
classic.
Hand Grenade's an option.
And
but-
Holy Hand Grenade is the other one for me. I love it. Even though I'm not very good with it, I love the idea of it. And like, you throw it, you get the little, and then it blows up. Damn. That's so fire. Guys, what's your 3 favorite Worms items?
Yeah, let us know in the chat. We're getting to the bottom of this. I'd like to know Chad's as well. That's very important to me.
But yeah, while we kind of mull over the Worms dialogue, let's go ahead and bring the desk back into the picture. I want to know what they think of Worms, but also what do they think of this matchup?
The sheep. The sheep. The sheep. That's the answer.
No,
Top
I
3
like the
Worms
flying
weapon.
sheep.
Well, there were a
flying
few
sheep.
variants on the sheep. In
You had the
different
jumping
versions.
sheep, and then you had the flying sheep with a cape that was like,
Yes.
you'd like control it and would actually suicide somewhere.
Super sheep, and then just the ninja rope to get into the weirdest spots.
I like the firecracker as well.
Did you ever play Worms, Jacob? You look lost.
No clue what you nerds are talking about.
Hey, he doesn't know the meta. He doesn't know the way. Look, let's talk about... I'll give you a choice, Jacob.
Okay.
You want to go serious or you want to go not serious?
Not serious.
Not serious indeed. Okay, then. When you guys played studio events, or sorry, when you played online events at home, did you have any match day traditions in the safety of your bedroom?
I remember at one time, I wouldn't call it like a tradition. Yeah, obviously I would always like just get a coffee and everything. But at one point when in my room, I had a lamp that I could turn, like you had play cam, so you could turn on whether it should be obviously a lot of colors, but I went with like red or blue depending on what side I was playing on. So I was like full nerdy. Whenever I was on CD side, it was blue, and then on the T side it was red, obviously.
Yeah, I'm boring. I got nothing, to be honest. I've had teammates. Yeah, I got nothing. I've had teammates who have ruined events of mine. I'm not going to mention any names, but you get to an event, and a certain player plays on a different monitor, or brightness doesn't go as high as he would like to, or the color grading on one graphics card to another is different, and then all of a sudden, I can't play. I can't do anything. That's why I suck. And from that moment, I swore to myself I would never ever be the type of player who would get affected by whether or not the table was 1 centimeter higher than at home, or whether or not the mouse pad was a little bit, to one side or to another, or whether or not you're playing on one graphics card or another, or one processor or another. So all these superficial things, I tried to cut them away from my life, Mike. I got nothing for you.
Okay, stoicism in your setup.
Something that hit me in my heart, man. We lost 2 events because of the same player played on a different graphics card at home compared to the event, and then all of a sudden, he can't
Who
play
may that
Counter-Strike.
be?
Just
Who
because
may
the
that be? Well, you
graphics
guys can take your wild guesses, but at that point, I was like, okay, you're ruining my life right now, and you're ruining your own life by having these weird ass superstitions. So I made it a thing, and took pride in just not caring at all in that regard.
It's funny, it's funny that we as players, or back when I was a player, actually, can be so superstitious about whether
I'm sorry
that
to cut
being-
you off here. We're going to save this for the
okay.
next tech pause because we are going back into the game. Enough of us waffling. Pimp clearly needs some therapy, but it's back to Counter-Strike.
And here we are, the long-awaited continuation of MOUZ versus OG. Let's catch you up for the series so far, just in case you've only just tuned in and you're thinking, these guys have been talking about worms, therapy, all this wild stuff. Well, let's kind of zoom back in, Hugo. This series started, first map was Nuke. OG, shockingly, bested MOUZ there, 13-9 in a pretty handy victory. That was a string of clutches from Spooky and a great display of spray transfers for Adam B. But now MOUZ are out for revenge. Now they've got a point to prove. This is their map pick of Inferno, and one of the big problems leveled against this OG squad is their lack of a deep map pool. Let's see if that comes back to haunt them. Nikodos and Aros Dos trade evenly here to keep this in a 3-on-3, but MOUZ are about to hit the go button on this B play. It's all eyes on Spooky, who's done his best work alone, but it's just the one and done here. This has set us up for a retake.
Explosive game out of MOUZ right now, despite OG bringing the heat. They're going to keep it up through the smoke. Exertion denies. Bomb can get planted now in a 2v1. Nikodos moving through, smoking that Molotov and looking to keep the pressure on in this clutch. Smoked off, has to go over top. They let him. Nope, they just spam him through the box. Goodbye. Thanks for trying. MOUZ, flawless game.
And man, in that little tech timeout there, Spinks was really wanting to play this next round. The charge straight up through mid after a lengthy tech pause, after OG and MOUZ have been keeping each other company, typing away in the timeout. Spinks goes right back to wanting to ruin their day.
Roland, confident, aggressive, up banana, jumping the corner. There's 3 players here, make that 1. Exertion is hounding him down, there's nowhere to move. He's trapped in a corner, in a coffin. Nikodos denied, and MOUZ are coming in a little bit pissed after that previous map, looking to make a quick affair here on Inferno. Had enough after Nuke.
Come on, Adam. Win this. No one's... I'm going to say no one's expecting it. But that's why it feels so much better if he did. MOUZ, still flawless 5-0. It's going to be another reinvestment here for OG and a chance to clash once more. They got handed a very, very fast rifle round with a bit of a delay before it last time. And so let's see what Crizzen has cooked up into this first rifle round. Well, not first. Return to the rifles. Nikodos gets his AWP, and they're going to go for a 3B start. He has a pretty decent spawn. Not quite the best, maybe not the instant peak, but certainly an aggressive line from this AWP. Util down through banana. MOUZ were anticipating this. They didn't go quickly there. Flash play out in the top middle. Spinks leads the charge. That's the spot for Aros Dos. He knows right now there's a player trapped out here on short. You want that reaction from OG to go and find this, and Adam peeling over at the perfect time, gets there to help out.
Oh, he's still wide on this though. Oh, she's got to make a micro adjustment. Nikodos won't force it. 5v4, he knows he doesn't need to. Meanwhile, look at the map. Everyone congregating around the corner on shore. Aros Dos needs a kill. He squeezes the shot out. Traded efficiently. Back in the pit goes Adam. A kill to his name already. MOUZ getting closer. They've got a couple of Molotovs to heat this one up as well. He's allowed to go wide without ticking. No info here for MOUZ as the orb gets in time. Warbang down to 9. Nikodos, they still don't know. Tries to grab a shot. He gets Wall banged. Adam again gone for one, and Jimmy P with a big 3K picks up that bomb, can put it down, and OG are left to their clutch man a long way away.
Might just die around in the corner. Torshi, not the shot he was made to miss, nails those. And so still flawless here for MOUZ. No contest thus far on this second map. For OG, get themselves into a fighting position here. It's this wild turn from Jimmy. 3 kills in a second. Suddenly course corrects. MOUZ are fired up. That tech pause hasn't taken any wind out of their sails.
No. We heard them on the voice comms coming into this map. Really hyped. Oh my god. It's a tower. I've never seen this before. I really hope someone walks in.
Radiator boost.
Can we go Jimmy's POV when he clears this? I want to see if he can react well. How will he check this position? Sees this crazy time, gets out.
He hates that.
Jump
He hated
scare.
what was around the corner there. And here's Spooky with the swing. Set up in the apartment, still gets picked apart. Spinks, double opener, over towards that A site. He's going to up and leave. The rest of MOUZ trying to move into B. Krisen and Nikodos adorn this bomb site. The climb over gets denied, and MOUZ might be about to lose their first round. Torshi and Spinks, and now just Torshi left up in this one. 1-on-3. 2 players in front of him, and double swung. Torshi doesn't know where to look.
A lot of jump scares in that round for MOUZ, and OG get out with a low economy win, picking up an AWP, picking up rifles. That might be their way to break into this game, but they've got to capitalize here. Down in the hole. Just keep digging. Cool setup as well. Krisen with a very nice pop flash over that box. Ruffles MOUZ. And Nikodos getting his AWP back as well is a good sign here on the CT side. Or at least it was supposed to be. Inside of the molly, that smoke doesn't come through in time, and Brolin just spams him. Spooky's got to be careful, all alone. Teammate coming in to push
so heavy
ahead of the
here.
util.
3 strong from the get-go. They don't want to just immediately give up all the space. They've really responded to this B aggression. It's been 4 total players pulled over towards this B side of the map. A is under-defended. Aros Dos here alone. Will have a chance to catch Brolin. Goes unaccounted for on the first, but he can't follow up, and that should be enough here. Even as OG try to scramble or rotate around. 3 versus 4 retake in at A with the bomb going down any second. There just isn't a world where you want to attempt this.
Really liking how MOUZ are just kind of jumping into bomb sites, finding gaps and committing. They're not playing super slow defaulty CS because they know they're more comfortable. They know they're stronger on this map. OG haven't so far done any crazy gambles. They've actually played pretty normal CT setups. And so when MOUZ find an entry, they just play off of it. That's another post-spawn that OG can't really attempt. 6 turns 7. And saving your guns, Spooky gets that AWP. So Hamburg's going to be happy. A lot better showing down the stretch here for MOUZ across Inferno and maybe even Mirage if they can take us the distance. Some quick calling from Brolin.
First time out used for OG. And a lot of problems to address in a game that is rapidly slipping through their fingers. It's relieving to see that MOUZ can lock in like this after being handed an L on map 1. What with the streak of success we've had for the most wanted here in the first stage of the bounty. MOUZ don't want to go from Cologne finals just the other week to elimination and the first team to not take down the bounty hunters in this first round. This is them looking to recover. Spinks, he's been a menace. Can OG contain him? They've got a double app set up. Last time they employed this, it was no issue for Spinks. Can he get away with another opening? Does take one of the dome. Aggression out into the top of mid. Adam B, those sprays that were doing so well by him back on Nuke, let him down there.
Look at them go.
And it's only Nikodos left. Pace getting picked up here by MOUZ. Rotate's starting to arrive. They're going to be locked off by this util, and Exertion still holding on to it. Denies the push back in. For now, Nikodos is entirely alone and dead at the hands of Brolin. Should seal the fate of this round.
Still not tempting enough in a 2v3. It's a nice get, but if they knew the health, it might be more so. Or picked up by Spinks because of his health. That smoke is a bit of a problem, though. Shot through it? Shot through it? No. Close. Not quite. Hit for 9. One more damage and he'd be dead. And then this would be doable. Instead, Brolin takes one more with him. Low health, fighting on the headshot angle. Spooky's got to save. So MOUZ walk it over the line. Again, decisive round victories on this A-bomb site. They notice that OG have strong setups at B. They have the AWP there. Krisen's playing annoying flashes. So MOUZ is just charging up, long and short, closing these rounds again and again. Very much back in business are MOUZ after just falling short last map. Double AWP here for OG, just trying to take any advantage. Look for any way back in. Oh, you're gonna get what you want, but dodged. Torshi does not hang around. 3-1 at this scoreline. Riflers have been tearing through OG. Second AWP, little slow to the shot.
Krisen in very hot water, reflash in. Spooky trying to make a play here, gonna live and die at the top of Banana, and it's just a one and done.
Brutal.
Nikodos attempts to make some headway, gets into B and holds this for the coming push, but MOUZ don't feel pressure to go here. They know the pace has been taken out of the round. They'll ease back into a 4-on-3. Still going about the early stages of map control here on this T side. They're in no rush to get going. Exertion with the spot and just seeing an AWP there out in the open. That gives you so much to work with. Double pit setup. That's all that's left to get past to win this round for MOUZ, Aros Dos, and Adam B. Molly comes into the pit, forces Adam wide. That is gonna,
Second.
maybe make them overlook Aros Dos, who's on for a double. They start to try and chase him down. He can't make out with any more. Plant just goes down in time, and Nikodos not close enough to stop it.
That's Nikodos' career summed up. Juggling guns, he takes the AWP out. Dude, the second flash for MOUZ, that's brutal. Adam dodges first. Second one ruins him. I guess he doesn't want to give his position away, but he has Molly, HE flash. Doesn't decide to use anything. Would love to just see a Molly go out on short or an app. So 20 seconds, they can read your pit anyway, and he could have really slowed that one down after they get in their util. But small detail here in a game that OG are being flushed away in 9-1 now for MOUZ. Full control.
And while OG, as you say, are getting flushed away, Spinks playing the part of a huge jacked man, topping the charts right now, and holding up the MOUZ T-Halves with some startling aggression.
I'm guessing Hugh Jackman voiced someone and flushed away.
He voiced Roddy.
Oh, I didn't know that. Well, these aren't mice, these are rats. 9-1 game on this T side. They really try, force those banana fights with a flashbang, but they don't even look blind. MOUZ, double lineup for exertion, spraying into that smoke, 2 kills. And now it doesn't really matter what MOUZ do, they can just send it into this B-bomb site.
When you're handed a double like that to open up, it would almost be more impressive to lose this if you're MOUZ. So I'm just hoping they don't impress me. There's kind of no way this can go wrong.
With a full execute, probably not. Jimmy's found a lurker. They know positions of both OG players. And MOUZ have barely gone B in this T side. But even now, as they do in round number 11, it is an easy entry. No one stops them. And OG should be looking to save for the final round of the half. Bit off more than they can chew in this BO3. And those map pool issues that you brought up early in the series look to reveal themselves on Inferno. Oh no.
Oh, Arostos.
All right.
He might survive. No, he won't, but Adam will.
They lost the orb though. It's kind of annoying for OG. Not that it was really saving them anyway. Oh, assertion anti-flash. Good catch from the replay team. The cinematic angle as well. Whole production squad has been killing it here in Bounty. A lot of cams to keep on top of.
Yeah.
The EVS guys, the cinematics, the observing, all been very nice.
No, it has been good. And down to lean into all the fun and the memes along the way, which has been nice.
Been a lot of that, a lot of trolling, but
We're pretty big Blast fans.
feeling like a more serious game here this time around than that big Furia matchup earlier on. Actually getting some real Counter-Strike, you could say.
No, 100%. And I know this map hasn't necessarily delivered. Sadly, that was kind of my worry. OG, I knew they would show us a good nuke. But Inferno was always going to be a very uphill battle for OG. I'm wondering who the biggest Blast fan is, though.
Surely we
You'd think they have
chat.
millions of channel points or something.
I think TSGs will still listen to Ludwig, and we all just play good end round together. The flashes on A so far are really nice.
Oh, Cyclone, it's like, you know...
Dude, it's nice. It's nice
such a
getting to hear him.
positive, yeah. Positive piece of this team. keep
And I
listening
like
to you,
that he's
Lena.
keeping everyone focused, because like MOUZ have had a very relaxed atmosphere. They're trying to, you know, bring a lot of fun and a lot of energy, and I think that's really, really helpful after they lost the first map. But now he's like, okay, guys, I know we're 10-1 up, but let's not get so loose that we lose our way.
Oh, not
Exertion
again.
has it. Another double kill through these banana smokes, and
Speed
once
up.
more, MOUZ try to trick OG. They get those 2 kills at the B site. Now they want to meet up with Jimmy on his apps lurk. OG, the only info they have, the last player that was spotted was over towards that B site. They're going to go looking for info here. Top mid clear on 2. Arostos has been spotted and MOUZ are able to deal with him. This is them on their way to an 11-1 scoreline, looking to dominate OG after the surprising loss on Nuke to open up this series.
What can Nikodos do? Die is the answer. MOUZ deliver him that at least. 11-1 as they show up in spades on their map pick. This might be going to Mirage to figure out who's going home from the bounty.
Umich remains posted, now no support.
And with the deep information, if they don't disrespect this, or if they come forward, well, it's actually come to the point now where his smoke can take over. He doesn't have to put himself in jeopardy. They're running through this. Oh my God, they're actually going to come, yeah.
Oh, no way!
Double no-scope collapse.
For Na'Vi, I mean, they laugh in the face of this attack. 5th player in's the only one that gets a kill. He'll double down Monacy, but he's already down to a quarter HP.
But old habits die hard, it looks like.
That's 3.
Man.
But he only has 3 health left. That should be the end of him.
There's only 2 guys.
Yeah, he's going to use the smoke grenade to cut off Alexi.
Could they mess this up? 25 seconds, and Monacy is seeing red.
He wants to make it happen.
Oh my God.
Oh, no, wait, dude. This is a 1 versus 5 straight up, and he has
can
time
read
to
it.
get bomb. He should have this red with another smoke. Oh, my Monacy. 1 fake. The nade doesn't come through. Now, he's got enough space to commit to this. Monacy, a pure 1v5. And as Emac tries to get out through that smoke, Monacy's just dodging all these bullets.
He's terrified. Ema is looking behind him for a push through. Time's ticking away.
I mean, how could you not be horrified? Monacy, the prodigy, has pieced together 4 frags in this 1v5 ace clutch. And Ema, his head is on a silver platter. A miracle from the magnificent Monacy.
Flames of Dagster. Getting this bomb down is scary. Flames is taking real estate, but ends up getting punished. Liquid hold, and they win these fights. Just Dagster left to get past, but he's an iron wall at the back of the site. Moving around, kill number 3. Oh! Dagster! Make some noise for him, that is incredible!
You've got JL and Wonderful.
It's this fight, JL and Wonderful, or in Fame, excuse me.
Very key. Fame slips up, getting ever closer. JL thinking about going to help as Wonderful puts that op over to the corner. That could come back to haunt him. Tough spot to get the multi-frag. But the CT's sitting and waiting for a little longer. Molotov goes to Cave.
If Fame waits this long, this might come back to bite him.
He's got the kit, and that kit could be so key.
You gotta go, VP.
He needs to move. Bombs, oh, beyond! Oh, welcome to Wonderland! They lock down that post plant like it's nothing!
Well, here at the bounty, MOUZ have got a price on their head, 60 grand that OG are hunting for to try and steal and bank and wager on later. But right now, they're sitting destroyed on Inferno. A brutal 11-1 first half coming out from MOUZ. After dropping on OG's map pick, this series suddenly gets interesting. We might have to go to Mirage to answer this tale.
Yeah, OG said they were going to turn the MOUZ HQ into a library.
Did they say that?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And I don't know, if libraries were a bit like this, I would still have my card. Everyone seems like they're having a good time right now. The vibes are great. Everyone's talking to each other. Good reason for it to be such a whale of a time over there. 11-1 up here for MOUZ on their pick of Inferno. Revenge is a dish, both best served quickly.
MOUZ want to hurry this map up. So please, OG, do us the honor. hit this B bomb site.
In they come. Xertion, Brolin, and Spinks all get theirs. And so it looks like Inferno just might be a done deal. Those map pool worries for OG, more than justified. You might be wondering, how's the rest of the series looking? You talked about it earlier on, but that feels like a lifetime ago.
Yeah.
We're ending up the third and final map of Mirage, and it's one that's been a bit of a low point again for this OG squad. They're on a loss streak on it right now, have struggled to really find their form.
5 loss streak on Inferno, but 4 loss streak also on Mirage, and really just not the best T-sides on that map. They've been having trouble. Should certainly look better than this. Looking for the 13-1. MOUZ just a little late to the game, showing up. And they don't break a sweat here on Inferno. Some very quick T-sided rounds. Moving through this BO3 with ease and looking to finish off as favorites on a third. OG, they know they've just got to get it over with. Up middle they go. Torchy leaves Spinks, but the flash is perfection. One kill does it. Torchy can just swing through. They picked up the gun, though. He won't let him depart with it. And this is MOUZ making it easy. 13-1. Hamburg loves it. And we love you, Hamburg. Let's show up for that third map of Mirage.
The Cologne hangover has lifted. MOUZ find their footing, find their whiskers, perhaps, and shoot right through OG.
Yeah, that was a much better looking MOUZ.
Getting away from it, it was pretty painful for OG. MOUZ looked way more comfortable, really came into their own. They had no issue dealing with them there. And I can't escape this feeling that Mirage might just be more of the same.
Hard to argue against that, right? MOUZ, go-to map, OG, 4 loss streak, not won it with this new roster. And Aristos struggling as well in this series. Doesn't add much hope here for this OG squad. We're going to have them on the T side of Mirage to finish off this series. Going straight towards a B bomb site where only Jimmy sits. There's a way in here. It's through Jimpat. Smoke is ready upon contact, but they're going to run and jump through this. So it's all about hitting those very hard headshots here for Jimmy. Kristen setting up perhaps a short Molotov. There's no one in position for that to affect. Oh, Kristen. Oh, he's made it quite far. Unable to fake out this site. Coming back to B.
Jimmy in the apartments. Jimmy Apartments, they call him. Oh, Adam claims one back on the last shot. So they will get in with the bomb, but will they get it planted? Because MOUZ want to play ahead of that bomb plant, trying to deny Kristen and Adam B, both with kills apiece. And OG flipped the script. It's one guy left up against them, Spinks. He plays this one slow. Letting fear creep into OG. There's a lot of damage done to the two that have found kills in this pistol round. Adam and Krisen both wounded. One shot ends their round. And it's on that check. Going back in for Spinks. Takes his eye off the bench. Allows that trade to come through. Hell of a turnaround in the pistol out of OG. And all right, maybe we weren't familiar with their game. That's a nice way to start here.
A 3v5 and the final bullet headshot. Without that, it's a bit of a disaster. Jimmy, I feel like he's still done enough. I know he whiffs all those shots at the end, but a double kill on the hold with the smoke down feels like it should be able to safeguard MOUZ. Instead, OG just run wild over the bomb site.
If you're looking for some like silver linings here for OG, it's that even though their stats on both these maps are bad, they always get Mirage closer, right? Like the 13-1 they just faced is, it is their worst loss as of recent, but like not by a significant margin. They've actually been 13-2 to bunch on Inferno.
Oof.
Here on Mirage, they're at least losing close games. And so that is like a team, and this makes sense with the identity of OG, right? A team that's trying to build their way up, a team that's made some changes. They're good on a handful of maps. They're growing and trying to get better on the others. So should have a bit more flair here from OG. Fast out through the apartments. Once more, they break into this B site, and that might just force the save from MOUZ.
It's a shame for Jimmy. He almost gets into that corner in time, turns back, and they just pop him. And that's a FAMAS lost in the wind in the worst location. So OG, it's a far more winnable map than Inferno. One where your individuals can shine, not limited by utility or position as much. And we know we have a lot of strong players here on this OG team. We saw that really showcased on Nuke. Yes, it was a team game that won them the map, but we had highlight moments from players like Adam, Spooky with clutches.
No, you're dead on. I think, you know, Inferno is just such a punishing map for the individual, and if your whole team feels shaky on it, you're in for a bad time, right? Like, one overextension on Inferno can cost you the whole round. You ride it off, you go save if you're CT side.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, it's like here on Mirage, firstly, getting a start on the T half, you're the pace setters, you're the guys deciding how the rounds play out. But on top of that, there's just a bit more that, even if, you know, you're a little bit shaky in your read of the game as a whole, individuals can still bail you out in these moments.
Yeah, you can pull yourself back from a lot of difficult situations. These 2v4s, etc., are still very winnable if you make the right gambles on CT, or if you find the gaps. So let's see if OG have fight left in them. MOUZ saving these guns, get another go on the Force. Don't really see the Sphinx scout too often. OG just looking to abuse this B bomb site right now. Walking it in again.
Sphinx has 21 kills in his entire career on the scout.
Well, I'm glad my read was right. Known to be a scouter. How about the AWP? Surely more.
Yeah, more. He has 1 scout kill this year. 1. He's looking for his 2nd scout kill in 2025. And his 22nd ever. Which is just crazy. Okay. Come on, Sphinx. Come on. Oh, he's got the tag, but not the kill.
1 is all he gets.
Ah.
OG, they get away from that B site, come back up connector, look to pick up this round. This scout could connect something. Oh, that's all. Bomb coming in, they can't deny through the smoke.
There's low health on 3 players.
Yeah, go on.
I hope MOUZ don't throw in the towel here, and now they shouldn't. Torshi has just deleted the only guy with HP. 3 on 3. Double jump into the window, but Exertion, couple of shots are all you need to win this round. Torshi moving in, gonna try and get on this bomb. They pull to set them up for a con fight. Exertion's not giving it, and these kills are not coming to MOUZ. Even with low health, OG remain elusive. Just looking for damage here at MOUZ at the end of the round, and they're gonna find it all. All 5 kills, bit of extra cash made, forcing the reinvestments from OG, but it could have been so much more.
Yeah, you're always limited by the lack of kit there, especially with those post plants nice and open, nice and wide, no one overcommitting. Really hope that tap would force the comp player into the flashbang, but OG just don't jump the gun, because the call there from the eyes in the sky are no kit. It's a lower econ round. Watch out. So OG don't overplay those bomb taps. They don't panic. MOUZ get a pretty good round from it. They get some kills, they get some upgrades, and now we have our first rifle.
Two golden opportunities for Nikados. Neither of them super easy shots, and we'll be able to pick it up. I'm liking what Krizen's doing here on some of these mid jaunts he's gone on.
Getting a lot of room.
And he's brought the rest of the team around now. Spinks from up in ladder. Start to put the hurt on this mid play. OG never allowed to get too comfortable here, and that's with MOUZ largely letting them have mid. Catch for exertion, Spinks on a swing out through the window, and even as Nikodos reclaims one of these kills, he's suddenly left as the last man standing. The guns make their appearance for this MOUZ team, and they instantly find success. Nikodos, a dead man for sure. And that is MOUZ on the board. The question now is, how many can they string together? See, Torshi's keeping that energy up. An energy that MOUZ brought into the start of this series. I think that's also why the new gloss was so surprising. But they've kept it up all series long. And I mean, if they can lay this one to rest with some tidy wins on Inferno and Mirage, Nuke can be swept under the rug for now.
Oh,
it happens every time. Torshi waits what feels like an eternity. Still, there's Brolin here trying to fend off an all-in A play. Won't get away with more than just the first. That's a bomb plant here for OG, or so you'd like to think. Spinks is removing them before they can cross in. And this bomb has tumbled away from OG in the chaos. Nikodos, Deagle, 1v4, and a chance to say, I was here when he did it. First shot comes in, exertion dead. Any more from Nikodos on the swing? He's ready for a stairs fight, board down low. And they've got him trapped in a box. He's completing a Uber Eats order right now. Waiting for that smoke to fade. But the meal is on its way, and Nikodos is ready to go and resume this 1v4.
Fries bagged. Nico dodged. Torshi hits the shot, and MOUZ stop any antics with that Deagle. Despite a messy spray for Brolin on the second, Spinks just makes up for it by spamming the smokes out. MOUZ's return to the rifles looking good as OG are put to pistols themselves. This game should even up now.
Just in case you are just joining in, and maybe you missed the news, in which case, I suggest you follow MOUZ on Twitter. This is being broadcast live in their HQ. I mean, I say live. It's being broadcast in their HQ. They got the fans watching. The guys all together on a LAN setup so that this can feel like a continuation of what MOUZ are used to. All 5 guys together. Not a burger nor fry in sight.
Yeah, win this one, MOUZ. They get another stage of online play. One more BO3. They win that. They make it to LAN finals. Pretty simple. Single elimination. Win 2 to go through. Out of 32 teams, we drag 8 into Malta to play another bracket. Single elimination playoffs with wagers on the line, with money to play for, where teams can gamble their teams can gamble their bank and wager cash on each game if they're up for it. Last season, Harry, they were too scared.
Last season, they were too scared.
You think
we're calling out all the teams by saying that.
Yeah.
All of you were scared.
Everyone.
They were all so petrified. Oh. Not my money. Oh, what do you think? You're going to lose?
Yeah, nice.
Come on, that's
mindset.
such a loser mentality.
These guys are millionaires.
Bet it all, win the game. It's as simple as that, teams.
Yeah, we'll be watching you here, putting the pressure on.
Oh, but if we lose? Yeah, well, who thinks like that?
Play to win.
Here we go, out in the mid. Exertion. First kill found. Roland, double of his own as he catches the spillover. Aros, oh, God, please.
Just one more bullet. Oh, God.
Hang on a second, the round's still live. Aros, yes, there we go. Ball rolling, but it's promptly stopped by Jimmy P.
Messy. Very messy, but the mid shutdown for MOUZ and not letting them in easily. Giving them a lot of mid-control early in this game, letting Chrisen get out under, letting him walk down the valley. Now MOUZ throw everything they have at middle, stopping OG in their tracks.
I know what Torshi just said.
What?
Yes, boys, you can read his lips. He said it a lot louder than that. That room looks soundproof that they're in. He probably screamed it at the top of his lungs. There's actually no more fulfilling feeling than screaming in a soundproof room.
It's true, actually. Been there. Did they let me out the asylum? Stuck in eternal Counter-Strike. BO3 after BO3, round after round, every moment, every frag. Mattering massively to someone, presumably. MOUZ, full control.
Yeah, the only thing that OG have had was those pistols and the conversions. Yet to find any type of success in these rifle rounds. Lambert weighing in. OG coach with something to say. But with how active the mid play has been for MOUZ, and honestly, even in the rounds where they haven't played for this mid control and OG have gotten out, they just end up getting bullied by util, and so it starts to feel really restrictive here. Mid kind of feels off limits. Wouldn't mind seeing just like a little set piece finish here for OG. Seeing as mid has felt so rough for them. Chrisen, full blind. Clash with Spooky, gonna find Exertion, and here is a set piece out through ramp, grouping together.
Oh, Jimmy.
Jimmy up on the balcony, can't convert his kill. OG might be onto something here, looking to break through after a 5-round stint for MOUZ.
Volley is very important to allow them to cross into the bomb site. No one can stop this plant. Of course, he tries to dodge a flash, reveals his position with the orb. Spinks coming back in, has been tagged up in jungle. Backing up might be his death sentence. Spooky has middle under control. This should already be done, but they've got money, so MOUZ want to risk it. Torshi looking for his kill, looking for his way back in. Nothing presented here by OG, tucked in their post spawn. Even Spooky hunting towards a B-bomb site. OG onto their fourth here. Oh, I didn't see it. Goes both ways. Who clears this? Nobody. Terrorists win. So MOUZ keep their guns, but OG will take the round. Their first since the anti-ecos.
Nice as well, just putting a bit less focus on mid as the first point of call. Sure, they went and tried to battle for the space. They're going to go back to it again, and this is just looking like a repeat round here. They get the spot this time on Exertion down in lower. They hear a bunch of guns firing off in mid, and that should be enough of a signal for these players on ramp to try and make their move. Grinded to a bit of an awkward halt here as OG wait for the util to come down. That timing has allowed MOUZ to pull these players out of mid, moving them back round to help in the A-hold. Spinks over the stairs, looking to make quick work of this A-hit. And so as OG try to go back to what worked, this time MOUZ will have the defense there to stop it.
Spinks is having such a great game, 12-4, not let them in on this A site. Been spamming smokes, been coming over the top. Very quick to rotate. Prison checking for a non-existent flank here. Decides to recommit later to A, but Torshi is jump spotting for info. Jimmy reconfirms B. Prison, is this just a elongated save in the 1v3? Seems like it. MOUZ onto 6, respond
Yeah.
to that first rifle round win from OG.
Elongated save, and MOUZ say save if you must. It's them up into the lead.
Counter-terrorists win.
And looking to widen that gap, 6-4. I like that OG had the realization, like, okay, let's not fight the mid on their terms. They're kind of wrecking us here. Try and move into these more controlled rounds where you have util down and kind of manage expectations, manage the peaks. Another timeout from OG. Because it only took MOUZ one round of trying to successfully stop these A hits. See, it's Crizzen doing a lot of the talking there. Lambert, he was the one on the mic in that last hack pause. This is Crizzen after a kind of taking the weight off of his shoulders. In the last with these set piece A plays, he's had a round to try and come up with a solution. So making sure the rest of OG understand the plan, understand how they can get back into this game. It's Spinks and Exertion going absolutely huge. So Crizzen wants more attention on mid. That leaves Nikodos in the prying eyes of this AWP.
Not ready for the open ladder so fast, but Torshi jumped window onto cinder blocks into ladder. It's a really smooth opener for Torshi. Oh, and he follows up. Torshi's feeling it now. 10-2, double entry on the CT side, and this was OG's chance to even out the scoreline at halftime. Stolen right away by Torshi's orb. Can someone recover this? Bomb is still top mid. You feel like Spooky has to go back for it, but he's got bigger problems right now. They're all over middle. He's moving through connector. They're just looking for kills right now. 1 minute on the clock. Who's it going to be? Maybe Aros DOS, but right now they're getting picked apart one by one. Forget the bomb. Good flash and entry.
All right, Spooky and Aros DOS bring a 2v4 back into a 2v1 now. Only Jimmy left. They still don't have this bomb to work with. They needed all the kills, and Jimmy will meet them in the heat of battle. That 1v2 picked up for Yimpat. And so MOUZ in control of this game. Stopping that clutch from forming right before our very eyes. Nice little 2v4 attempt cancelled out by MOUZ's Finn.
Yeah, that was their chance. They made it very interesting from a 3v5 down to the 1v1. Jimmy, that's a high impact clutch from a player who's been quiet. He's not really had his chance on this B-bomb site. Gonna have another go. Gotta give it his all. Dead lurk on A. Jimmy seeing the B spill, they come flooding in. Jimmy jumps up, looks for more, double kill. And he might send this half off with 8 rounds on his CT side. A MOUZ shutdown on Mirage. Inferno might have been an absolute beating, but OG had chances in this game, and MOUZ looked to end them.
Still a hold, and jumping Jimmy, MOUZ man, they're off into a great half here, and 1 half left for MOUZ to eliminate OG and make up for that slow start to this series.
A sweet taste of victory in MOUZ's mouth as that first half comes in clean. 8-4, locked down after the pistol gets converted by OG. It feels like MOUZ are finally here to play at Blast Bounty. They came in a bit quiet to nuke, but I don't want to take that away from OG.
Okay, boys, we have great city side, but I also agree we need to play without fear. Okay?
Yep.
We have like small balls, so play with big balls, boys. Yeah.
Clear goal in mind for OG.
Yeah.
So they look to pull this game back.
Now we did say we have small balls, play like we have big balls. Which is such a good line. Let's see if that has inspired some faith in OG. It's words of wisdom, words to live by. But will words be enough? Nikados. Oh, he certainly seems to think so.
Pistol player.
Adam in the feed next, double of his own, and Nikados,
blimey.
the man with the golden pair, has just secured a pistol round, the second here on Mirage for OG.
Golden Gun as well, just tapping one shots only on that pistol. Nika does. He's just so good. And he's a P2K player, Harry. He just put on the USP for that round. Did he pick someone else's up? Why has he got this gun? Makes it easy. Get him off the P2K if he's going to do that. Lovely stuff. All right, MOUZ force up without a plant. They've got 2 Galils.
Back down range.
Oh no.
Purchase of the orb might be a decision they live to regret. OG.
Oh, second round orb. And look what it's left them.
Spam could still connect for Spooky. Hoping and praying he can find something. Arosdos also trapped back here in the spawn. Leaves it to chance. As the old saying goes, the bigger the balls, the harder you fall. OG. Go for that AWP investment, which is certainly a brave decision. They lose this round convincingly. The Force Buy follow-up found for MOUZ.
MOUZ don't even want it. They have no interest. Let it go. Get it out. Looking to play some pops on this T side, perhaps. And after a round like that, stealing away the second here. MOUZ with a set play into A. It looks beautiful. Not long now from taking this series.
Rough moment for Chris, and he knows that that was the lifeline snipped shut. Now they have to try and win on a force of their own. Save on Spooky. Facing mid first. Runs the risk of going down, but gets out with a 5v4 for his team.
That's how you have to play this hero rifle. You have to put it to work, get in, get out, reposition, find your entries. Jimmy shows bomb at B. They don't need to hurry, though. Another kill comes through connector. Spooky still on this site. MOUZ walking back from under. It may be another late B execute, so Spooky who will have a second chance at this round. They make a trade. Low health. Nika does. Instead. But that bomb going back through T-spawn. Adam on the ramp. Only line of defense here.
OG is starting to lean back. All these players rotating get there in time? Wait a second.
Why?
Wait. Okay, Brolin's brought them back to him. So guys, where are you going? I'm in charge.
I said B.
Come with me.
I said B, guys.
And so now he's showing them the way.
Oh, it's worked perfectly, hasn't it? That's their round. It's done.
And it's a bloody good thing they listened to that, Brolin.
Nice call. Sacrificial pathing, just clearing everything out as quickly as possible.
Bomb has been planted.
They save the round.
The rough part is here. It's really only going to leave you with 1, possibly 2 save depending, rifle rounds between you and this game being over. OG have to really lock in and play a flawless game here, or else feeling of elation they all experienced back at the start of this series, taking MOUZ down on Nuke, will be nothing but a memory. I think this is, as far as it goes, was supposed to be a one-sided matchup. OG.
They already got more than you bargained.
Yeah, they've already done a good job. And like we said, it's still a team with room to grow. When you look at this squad, it is the map pool that's kind of your biggest concern. Very proficient on a couple of maps. And quite easily toppled on the rest.
Again, this hero M4 looks to force an opening kill. Spooky moves towards connected. Did short last time. Walk out for under. Roland just left. Doing everything he can to find that incision, and there it is again. This time knowing one wasn't enough. Attempted a second turn. Roland comes back out from under.
Pick up for Brolin. This M4 rotating around. We'll get here in time. Chance for Spooky. He's feeling a lot of pressure right now. Down to the pistol. And MOUZ have time to get the reload off. Spooky is so dead back here. Exertion plays through. Deals with the biggest threat. The biggest danger in this round. Crizzen has added a little bit of intrigue with that one there. Down to this 1v1, and Nikados won't be able to stop Exertion planting, but one shot from this scout's going to hit like an AWP. Scout gives him a bit more pace. Ooh, that's a dink the other way. Nikados onto the pistol. Gonna need a headshot here, and around the corner, Exertion collects a cool, calm clutch, getting out at 1 HP.
Oh, he got dinged for 64 out of 65 by that P2K. That one hurts for Nikados. What a nice try. But Exertion finishes what MOUZ started, and they look to end this game. All OG have is a buy round. They've been waiting all half for it. Finally coming through, but feeling too little, feeling too late to really mount a comeback against a team of MOUZ's stature. World number 2. And OG had their time in the limelight. Did it start and end on Nuke? Is there anything to show down the tail end of Mirage? A grenade. 5v4.
And mid firmly held by MOUZ, as it has been throughout almost all of this game. Whether it was CT side or T side, OG could just never get a proper grasp on this mid control. Even now, Spooky feels scared coming out through short, doesn't want to get caught overextending. You can't afford to make matters worse here. This is a nice heads-up play from Adam, at least, taking away Palace. It's a good position to play from if MOUZ end up going A, but he's up and left that ground. Peeling away now and looking for a B would rotate with Spooky dying over on short. That means Nikados might have 5 players coming his way up through the connector. Or 4, rather. First shot lands. It's Palace now that he's got to start worrying about, and with this being cleared by Adam earlier on, he might just fall to it. Jimmy gonna catch him by surprise. Adam left as the last guy in the round for OG. Is he in with a chance? That first shot connects cleanly. Bomb drop, 10 seconds. And Exertion runs and guns for him. MOUZ are on the brink of victory. They've got 1 round left to collect.
Exertion just playing very strong on this T side, closing out these rounds for MOUZ. Constant source of openers across this series. Doing what he does best. 7 chances to finish what they started. MOUZ back in fighting form. was good signs for OG, but for a new roster, that's all it ever was. Adam B fitting in very well. Month on this team. Arostos, little bit more trouble today.
Yeah, I think the thing that's getting concerning on the Arostos front is just, his time in NIP was far from spectacular. You don't want to have him go from being one of the pinnacle pieces of that SOAR team to kind of 2 failed projects past that point, but never really saw him get going in this series. Arostos reclaims 2 over in middle. It's a little glimmer of what he's capable of, and it's given OG a fighting chance. Adam gonna catch a freebie on Jimmy. That leaves Brolin 1 versus 2. Bomb retrieved out here in middle. The defense split up. Brolin very low on health, needs to catch this kill cleanly. Nikodos barely even knows what's happening before his round is over, and now he's left looking on as Adam begins the long path into this rotate. On the eve of a MOUZ win, it falls to Adam. Try and save this. Brolin's got the bomb to play around. Molly out, not caught on that first swing, and Adam knows that's the only chance Brolin's gonna give him. That's the only opportunity he's gonna get, that one chance right there. Brolin, ice cold in the clutch. MOUZ with the reversal. They take this cleanly, Inferno dominant in their wake, and then on to Mirage, never challenged on the remaining maps from OG. And for OG, their time at Bounty is over.